and welcome to the lesson of self-image, who we want to be. The results that you're achieving are a direct reflection of the image of yourself that you're holding. Improve that image that you're holding, and the improvement will automatically be reflected in your results. So make some small changes to the way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you're acting, and see that reflected in the results that you're getting. You are programmed into a deep part of your mind, perception of what you are, who you are, and the results that you can get. This is referred to you as your inner self-image. It is literally the control mechanism that determines what comes into your life and how well you do. You also have an outer image. This is the image that you project to the world. It's the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way you dress, the way you meet and greet other people. That image is the outer expression of your inner image. So it's a reflection. Your results are always a reflection of what's going on internally. If you have a negative or bad image of yourself, your results are going to be a reflection of that image. The self-image that is fixed in your subconscious part of your mind, remember that's the emotional part of our mind where our habits and beliefs are sitting, will determine how the rest of the world will see you. You are the only person in the entire world that has the ability to alter or improve that self-image. So we're going to work on that. When we know what sort of person we want to be, we know the direction we should be taking. We can make the right choices, be confident in the person we are. We won't let others sway us to be any different because we know who we want to be. This session, we're going to work out what sort of person we want to be and start working towards becoming that person. This is a very exciting lesson or realization and clarity that is going to make life so much easier for you. So let's get started. First, I want you to look at yourself in this moment and write down all the things that you love about yourself. Make a list of all the amazing qualities. It could be that you're caring, that you're kind, that you're a good listener, you're honest, you're loyal, you have great resilience. Write those down now. Next, we're going to look at people you admire. These are people in your life who you admire greatly. What is it about them that you like so much? Or are they well-known people who embody the type of person that you'd like to be? Perhaps you have a friend with a big heart who is generous with their time. Or maybe you look up to a public figure who is famed for their positivity. Get specific about the traits that you would like, that you like in these people, and try and state why that trait is so admirable. So exactly what we said, my friend has a big heart and is very generous, which makes me want to be like that because I admire it, because it's a great trait to have. Thirdly, should I say, consider other traits that you'd like to have. So you may not have covered every trait that you would actually like to have with yourself. So aside from the characteristics of other people, spend some time in self-reflection and give serious thought to the traits that you'd like to have or improve upon. One approach that might help is to look at things you dislike about who you are, your traits or your mindset. From there, you can turn things on its head to make them into the traits you do want. So if you dislike that you are often dismissive of the views of others, you can put the trait of open-mindedness on your list. Or if you are quite judgmental in a way you view people, you could switch it around and say that you like to be accepting of others. Another approach is to think about the way you would like other people to see you. A bit like step one, but in reverse. What traits would you like them to admire in you? What traits would you like them to value in you? Next step is ranking the traits in order of importance to you. So hopefully by now you'll have a reasonable list of traits or characteristics that you'd like to embody. But there are bound to be some things that you like more than others. And while you can aim to work on all of them over time, it's better to be realistic and decide upon some priorities that really reflect the person that you want to be. So go ahead and score each of your traits on your list from 1 to 10, with 1 being least important, 10 being most important. Then we're going to go and do a gap analysis, if you will, of these traits versus who you are now. So take your list of traits and order it with the most important at the top and least at the important at the bottom. Now give yourself a score of 1 to 10 based on your current view of who you are against that trait. In other words, how would you score yourself on those traits right now? So perhaps you're a 7 on being proactive, but only a 3 on assertiveness, for example. Now there's the important bit. Here's the important bit. Look at the score for importance and the score for where you are, and look where there is the biggest difference. This will tell you where you see yourself as lacking in terms of who you want to be. You may not actually be lacking if the view of yourself is very different from how other people view you. In other words, the importance score doesn't necessarily reflect the precise score you wish to have for the trait. So take assertiveness. You might have a real problem with people pleasing and having others treat you like a doormat. So if you give it an 8 in terms of its importance to you, but you don't want to be someone who ignores the wishes of others to get their own way all the time either. So being assertive might be an important trait to you, but not one you wish to take too far. Perhaps you'll be satisfied with a 5 for it. Hopefully that makes sense. So then we're going to find the right balance. As mentioned, you might not want to score a 10 on every trait you rate as important to you. That's better. That's because life is better when it's balanced, and this goes for you and who you want to be. You can have too much of a good thing, or rather the good things might not always be the best for you. So for example, take kindness. Being kind to others is probably something you would wish to embody, but kindness generally has its limits, beyond which you are hurting yourself to help others. So you might be helping everyone else so much that you're not looking after yourself. You might burn out if you spend all your free time volunteering, for instance. Okay, so we've got to have that right balance. So instead, you need to balance out your desire to be the kind person with the need to be kind to yourself as well. That's really important. All right, so then we're going to think about actions you would like to take. The person you are is mirrored by the things that you do. You are, to some extent, your actions. So think about what kind of things you would like to do, not only in your life as a whole, but on a regular basis too. Do you want to be someone who holds the door open for others, or lets other people help with their homework? Do you want to be the person who stands up for those who are being harassed, bullied, or attacked? Do you want to be a great listener? These are some of the actions that you might like to take. Then we will ask what sort of legacy you want to leave behind. The kind of person you are will determine not only how you are remembered, but by others, but also the influence you have on the world when you are gone. By thinking about the legacy you want to leave behind, you can work backwards from there to figure out who you need to be to leave it. Should you want to leave your local area greener or better with wildlife, you might wish to get involved with grassroots organizations that share that aim. If you want to be remembered for someone who fought for justice and equality, ask what actions you take to achieve that. Okay, so that's the legacy. What sort of legacy do you want to leave behind? Then I want you to think about the things that you want to be. There are endless things that you can label ourselves with: mother, father, leader, entrepreneur, physiotherapist. Whilst many label is over simplistic in terms of what it is we're trying to represent, it can be a good idea to consider what labels you would like to fit in your life. Perhaps you want to be an explorer of places, of cultures, of different ways of life. Maybe you want to be an activist who strives to make the world a better place through direct action. Or you might want to be a politician in order to use that power for the greater good. It's your choice. Then we want to set some goals. Actions are important in defining who we are, but a collection of actions contribute to a larger goal. So by asking what you want to achieve in life and actually setting yourself these goals, you can gain clarity on the type of person that you wish to be. Those could be personal development goals for your inner life, or goals that you have an outer objective. So aim for growth and not perfection. Truth is, we can never fully realize our vision of our ideal self. What we can do is strive to move closer to it step by step. We can aim to be a better person tomorrow than we were today. Okay, so we can reflect each day and think, was I better today than I was yesterday? That's how you move forward. Knowing this keeps us from feeling disappointed when we look in the mirror and realize that we aren't entirely who we want to be. In fact, when we realize that life and growth are, linked, you can see each day as an opportunity. Now, you are going to write out your life script. So you write your life script. I want you to write out your life script with everything that you want, achieving your goals, being the person that you want to be, everything that we've done today, writing it in the present tense as if you're already living that life now. Use your shopping list we wrote out earlier in the earlier lessons regarding your goals and what you want to have in your life, the person that you want to be. Write it in as much detail as possible. Once you've done that, I want you to read your script daily, morning and night. Record yourself reading your script and listen to it as often as you can. It could be on the bus or walking to work, or when you're waiting for somebody, or in the toilet. Whenever you can, listen to that. Listen to yourself reading that script, because the more that you listen and read your script, it will form your goals and your self-image and the person that you want to be in your mind until it becomes your new mindset. The doubt that we can't do things comes because we don't believe it. We don't believe in ourselves, and we don't believe it can happen. But reading and listening to your script as much as possible will change your belief and be your new mindset. So remember, you have to believe with all your heart and soul. the new habits and beliefs to form. The thoughts that you believe and get emotionally involved with become fixed in your subconscious mind. And remember, those fixed ideas, your beliefs and habits, move down into action. It has to. That's exactly what it does. So make sure that we truly believe with all our heart and soul what we want in our lives, and we'll get it. I hope you enjoyed that lesson, and I'll see you again soon.